What's up guys, Will Customs here, and today we're going to take a look at the new and my second AEW World Championship belt in my collection. Unofficial, of course. But yeah, here they are. This is actually the first one I got, and this one I got off eBay. It is made out of brass. It is $170, 2mm, single plated, so no dual plating on this one. But it's still a nice looking belt. I think it is fantastic for display, definitely. But this one is the new one, and this one is from eBay also. However, this one is made out of zinc. It is 4mm dual plated, and this one was $230, so $60 more compared to the first one I got, but significantly better in my opinion. And we'll go over this side by side, do some comparisons and overall review. But here they are, so let's go. Alright, so here they are laid out flat next to each other. As you can see, they're both nice looking belts. I'm not going to say, obviously this one is better, but I still don't think this one's that bad, especially for the price point. And you could definitely find this for around 170 bucks, maybe even cheaper now. You never know if you look hard enough. Not a bad belt, but this one right here, of course, I like a lot better. Like I said before, it is 4mm dual plated, and you can definitely see the dual plating on this one. It is fantastic. Really nicely done. So of course I got these on eBay, so you can assume these are, of course, Pakistan belts. They do come with the Pakistan strap, of course, the leather strap that they offer. Which, you know, to be honest, I don't mind it. I really don't mind it. I think they are actually a little bit better compared to like WWE belts that are stiffer, if you get cheap ones. They're pretty standard. Like this one right here, it has the clamshell tooling on it. It also has the AEW right there. You can see that. This one has the belt tip as well. However, for this one, it does have the clamshell, but it stops just beyond the last plate at the end right there. It also does have the AEW tooling as well, but there is no strap belt tip at the end of that one. So that's a little bit more accurate. This one actually has 7 snaps compared to that one has 6. I believe the official one has 8 though. So it's not completely accurate right there. Alright, so taking a quick look at the detail in this belt, it is fantastic looking. Honestly, to be honest, you know, all belt makers will make their belt a little bit different. Either you get your belt on eBay, Etsy, Facebook, mock belts. You know, all these belts are pretty much in reality bootlegs. So there is no actual template that they're copying it from. You know, they're all making it their own. I'm sure some of them have very similar templates, but different here and there. And you could definitely notice a difference in the small details. Like on this one, you can see like the design right here, a couple lines and little dots. And from far away, you might not even notice it. But when you look at this one, a lot more etching in it, a lot more floral design on it. It definitely has a lot more detail in this one. And of course, the money you spent, you want to get the best version you can get your money's worth. So definitely really nice. So that one back there, the 2mm one, is pushing about 4 pounds, give or take. However, this one legit is pushing 10 pounds. Definitely is heavy, rightfully so. I mean, these plates are 4mm, double the size, and it's dual stacked on these. Also, these plates are actually wider and bigger compared to that one. You can see the belt itself. I mean, even though the plates are a little bit more spaced out, you can see the fact that the plates are actually bigger in general. So definitely has a lot more weight to it, which is nice. And I like this belt a lot. You know, I got that one first. I like it. I'm still going to keep it. But this one, you know, when I got the second one, I looked at a lot of different sellers, and I had specific criteria where I wanted it to be a little bit thicker, and also it had to be at least dual plated, which I'm really happy about. I mean, the dual plating on this is so significant. It's really nice. Alright, side by side now, we have the NXT World Championship belt. I like having these two side by side because I love the Wednesday Night Wars. Really, it did like boost up my interest in wrestling all over again because of that. But other than that, here they are side by side. NXT is a nice looking belt. I do wish that WWE would make their belts a little bit more prestigious looking like this one, but they're all into like the whole branding and stuff like that, so it is what it is. But yeah, here they are side by side. And there's also something I want to point out if you guys have not noticed yourself. I talked about this in my other video, but traditionally and typically most belts, either being a title belt or a world title belt or a secondary belt, the center plate is always like a specific width or a certain width because it covers like the front of the body of the wrestler. Then the side plates are actually like exactly on the side of their stomach or their waist, so it's pretty normal. And then you go to the AEW belt on the other hand, which is a fantastic looking belt, but it's a little bit different looking because the height is fine for the center plate, but it's a little bit more narrow compared to your traditional belt. So someone like Jericho, when he used to wear it, you actually notice it more often when he wore it because the center plate is dead in the center, and the immediate side plates are not actually like on the side of his body. They're almost on an angle in front of his body still, and then the end plates are actually on the side of his body. This is something I noticed. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that, but I definitely noticed it. Awkward looking, maybe. It's definitely different, but it's still a very prestigious looking belt, so I think it gets away with it, which is fine with me. Alright guys, let's finish this video. So like I said before, this is pushing 10 pounds. 10 pounds. And when I put it on my shoulder, it feels fantastic. I love this belt. Good weight, good size. I don't know if it's exactly the exact size as the real one. It might not be, but hey, close enough. I think it's pretty good. Comparing it to my first one, like I said before, it is 4 pounds, give or take, 2 millimeters, so it's a lot thinner. Nice belt, but there's something just a little off about it when I put it on my shoulder. It's definitely the thinness, the lightness also. It's really light for a belt. When I have this on my shoulder, it feels like a legit belt is on my shoulder. When I have this one on, I hate to say it, but it feels like a bootleg. It is what it is. Still nice looking. I think someone would like this for the price point. For a display piece, I definitely think it looks nice. I'm not denying that at all. But yeah, it comes down to everyone's budget. That's all it depends on, right? And also your research. Find a good one. I saw really nice 2 millimeter belts, honestly. Some were even double stacked. They looked really good. They look nice. But it really depends on what you're looking for. Now one last look with the NXT belts. And this feels really good because they're about the same thickness in the belt. This has a little bit more weight to it. This one kind of balances out nicely on your shoulders. It looks pretty good. So I like that. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Actually, two things. I do want to admit, this is not a perfect belt. Not a perfect belt. There are a couple things I noticed on it that maybe some people might irk them, or you might not even notice it. But one thing I actually only noticed it while doing the review, actually. When I actually had it for a couple of days, I didn't even notice it, but one thing I noticed is that maybe on this side right here, the last plate is a little bit shifted to the left. The placement of it, I guess you could say. So it's kind of covering the clamshell a little bit more compared to the other side. Very small thing. Like I said, I didn't even notice it before. And to be honest, I think that's it. But yeah, it's still a great belt. But these are, bootleg belts. They all might not be perfect. They might be good enough, but not be perfect. And that really depends on your budget. What do you want to spend on? How much you want to spend? For me, at least for myself, I had a $250 cap. I don't want to spend more than that. So I also want to have at least 3 or 4 millimeter plates and dual stacked. So I did my research. I had like 7 different sellers I was looking at on Etsy, Facebook, eBay, mock belts, right? So whatever didn't meet that criteria, I knocked them off the list. And I came to this one, $230, 4 millimeter plates, dual plating, perfect. And even when I saw that in the descriptions, I still even emailed the guy, the seller, just to verify all this information to make sure. Because you never know, you might get, scammed, right? So at least I verified it. I got exactly what I wanted, and I'm pretty happy with it. But like I said, you have to do the research. There are so many sellers out there that there are so many options, honestly. Like I said before, I've seen better 2 millimeter plated belts than the one I have. And I think that's what kind of caused me to like, wait a minute, maybe I should get a new one. So I did more research, I looked more and more. I came to the conclusion that, you know what? I found a pretty good 2 millimeter one that's dual plated. But if I'm going to spend more money on another belt, I might as well go higher and get a 4 millimeter, dual plated, right? So, but I think this one's a keeper. I don't think I'm going to buy another one. I like how it looks. And who knows, when AEW finally comes out with their own belt, we don't even know how much that is, or when it's even going to come out, because when you're buying the belt, you're also buying the brand name, so it might even go higher. And I don't know if they're going to be like WWE, that they have different tiers to their belts that you can buy. So you can buy a cheap one, you can buy an expensive one, you can buy a really high grade one. I don't even know if AEW has that kind of manufacturing power to have those different tiers in their products. They might just have one set price, $700. You never know. I'm pretty sure people will buy it. Comes down to your budget, right? And how much you want to spend. But yeah, that's about it, guys. I think, like I said before, I'm good. 2 belts, I'm fine with. This is fantastic. I like it. I hope you like it. And that's about it, guys. So thank you for watching. Like always, comment, criticize, subscribe. Do whatever you want. Pay attention. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Peace.